Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of Friday Night Smackdown review for the episode for July 12th, 2024. They were live in Rochester, Massachusetts. It was a great show, a great feat of professional wrestling in a square circle for the Blue Band. More importantly, I had enjoyed everything that was to the build up towards SummerSlam, as well as the fallout from Money in the Bank. This card was stacked when it came to all the matches that initially was on the card for tonight. We had the DIY taking on A-Town Down Under of Austin Theory and Grayson Waller in a rematch for the WWE Tag Team Championships. As well as we had Tiffany Stratton in the house having a celebration for her victory of becoming Miss Money in the Bank. As you know, it's always Tiffy time on the Blue brand. More importantly, we had a singles action of Nia Jax taking on Mia Yim as their feud continues to be outstanding. And we're going to see how things initially progress with those women getting on. And you know it's going to be something you don't want to miss. As well, we had Solo Sikoa along with the Bloodline asserting their dominance and continue to show who runs the Blue brand. More importantly, Solo Sikoa is looking to get the WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. But don't forget, you have Randy Orton in the background as well. He's eyeing that WWE Championship, so don't be surprised he end up turning on Cody at some point in time. As well as tonight, more superstars were in the house. We also ended up having Chelsea Green, Jade Cargill, Piper Niven, and so much more. But let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty, everything so saucy, and let's talk professional wrestling. More importantly, if you're a subscriber, smash that like button and hit that notification bell so you'll be always uploaded and know when I'm hitting a new video on this beautiful channel. More importantly, if you're new to my channel, I appreciate you coming out your day on a lovely Friday. So hit that subscribe button and chime down in the comments and let me know how I'm doing so far. But let's go ahead and get into Friday Night Smackdown as things got underway. We started off with Tiffany Stratton kicking off Friday Night Smackdown with her celebration for the Money in the Bank. It was great seeing Tiffany. I'm waiting for her to see her glorified Money in the Bank bedazzled when it initially comes, when it's being pink and other little designs that she will implement and put together. But she's doing a phenomenal job so far on the Blue brand on her main event status. And I know she's going to have successful cash in when it comes to the Money in the Bank. But she officially becomes Tiffy time on Saturday when she became the youngest WWE woman to become the Money in the Bank briefcase holder in history. She says while Trish Stratus hosted Money in the Bank in her hometown of Toronto in Ontario, it's her time tonight. Then she puts Liv Morgan, Bayley, and Roxanne Perez on notice. As well, she says her respective reign as the WWE Women's World Champion and Women's WWE Champion and the NXT Champions are on Tiffany time. Bayley music ends up hitting. She makes her way down and she gets in and she congratulates Tiffany Stratton on her victory on winning the Money in the Bank ladder match. Stratton asks why Bayley's in the ring. Bayley says she is looking to offer Stratton a piece of advice to, as being a former Miss Money in the Bank, and there as being a briefcase holder in 2019. Stratton says that was ages ago, which truly is. It's a different time period. Bayley warns Stratton against cashing against her because she says she should choose to. She'll be the first woman to fail cash in when it comes to the Money in the Bank. Nia Jax music ends up hitting. She makes her way out. She asks Bayley why she's making empty threats and tells her she's going to be dethroning her as the WWE Women's Champion at SummerSlam. Bayley asks Nia Jax who she thinks she's talking to, and Nia tells her that this version of her is a Grand Slam Women's Champion, which is true. Nia is keeping up the pieces. She's doing her thing. And now she's carried every single championship under the sun, as well as a Royal Rumble winner. Then she also tells Nia Jax she'll embrace her at SummerSlam, but question what Stratton will do with her Money in the Bank contract. More importantly, Nia Jax kind of looks over and sees everything, but Nia Jax says she'll take the championship, but she more importantly tells Bayley she has no problem with her and calls Stratton her personal Barbie doll. Then she tells Bayley if she'll victimize her at SummerSlam. More importantly, Bayley then looks to clog Jax, but Tiffany Stratton ends up preventing it, and they both ladies put a beat down directly on Bayley. Mia Yim ends up sliding in the ring, taking on a couple kendo shots to Nia Jax, and eventually having the heels run out the ring. And Stratton slides out as well before being clocked. And that sets up the match between Nia Jax and Michin. As they had their respective corners, Nia Jax had Tiffany Stratton, and Michin had Bayley in her corner. This match was pretty back and forth. I enjoyed everything about this match. You wasn't highly disappointed. Both ladies were able to hit off their signatures. Nia controlled majority of this match, and you weren't bored when it came to this showcase with these ladies. More importantly, things really broke down when it came down to the end, as Michin tried to go for a tornado DDT, but Nia kicked out. Michin ended up trying to run the ropes, but Nia intercepted and connected with a Samoan drop. She follows with Annihilator and picked up the win to show her dominance on the road to SummerSlam. You can't have Nia Jax losing too early when it comes to SummerSlam, but Michin was just another victim who fell at the feet of the Queen of Nia Jax. After the match, Nia Jax looks to land a second Annihilator at Michin, but Bayley clocks her and is from behind, but Stratton then knocks down Bayley as well with her Money in the Bank briefcase. The pair continues to put the beat down on Bayley. More importantly, Stratton lands a spine buster on her, and then Jackson then follows up with a leg drop. Stratton then looks to cash in as Nia Jax walks directly out the ring, but eventually Nia Jax looks at her and says, "What are you doing?" And both ladies proceeded to leave the ring afterwards. So it'll be highly interesting to see how things may unfold when it comes to Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton's relationship. More importantly, it'd be kind of interesting to see how things may be pushed to the limit when it comes to the WWE Women's Championship. Then we're back at ringside as Baron Corbin makes his way out along with Apollo Crews. They get ready for the initial tag team match, but then they go into a commercial break. Then we get a video of Brian Saxon sitting down with Andrade, he's speaking in Spanish, talking about what's his next moves. Carmelo Hayes interrupts him and says, "Why are you talking to this bum?" Initially, they have a verbal confrontation, and it sets up the next feud of Andrade and Carmelo Hayes in the near future. Then we come back from a commercial break, and we have Legado del Fantasmas, Angel, and Humberto. They come out to get ready for their match, and then gets things underway for the men's tag team action of Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews taking on Humberto, and Angel Garza. This match was really decent back and forth. We had a surprising high flying spot from Baron Corbin, which we never thought we initially would see from him. We had a great tag team transitional moves. Apollo and Baron Corbin had a great chemistry, and it was different seeing Baron Corbin becoming a face again. But more importantly, things were smooth when it came to tonight's tag team match. It was a lot of back and forth with Legado del Fantasma cutting off the ring, controlling the majority of this match. But in overall, it was great when it came to everything that happened. Towards the end of this match, Corbin was trying to knock Escobar off the apron. Cruz delivered a military press to Angel, and the Electra Lopez hops up and distracts the referee. Open the door for Escobar to run down and do a running knee to him, and Angel follows with a wing clipper for the 1-2-3 to pin Apollo Crews. This match was decent. It was a 3.4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed everything that initially had unfolded as the feud continues to go on with Baron Corbin as well as with Apollo Crews, where they stand on the situation. But more importantly, will Legado del Fantasma continues to find where their niche is because they feel like they're kind of lost right now, but like to see them become a little bit more of life when it comes to their branding as well as running SmackDown, maybe a hard like third or fourth when it comes to factions. Then we head to the backstage of Nick Aldis' office where Chelsea Green's with a bedazzled neck brace with Piper Niven when she countered Pretty Deadly. Green tells Elden Prince and Kilt Wilson to get in line. LA Knight emerges from Aldis' office with a piece of paper in hand with a clipboard, and Chelsea approaches him and says, does Nick Aldis have any time for them? And he said, yeah, he'll get to you. And he kind of like bullshitted her and then proceeded to leave down the hallway from there. Then we get in-ring segment of LA Knight. If you're not a fan of LA Knight, you should be one. His mic skills was on point tonight, and I enjoyed everything that he initially said, and it kept me invested, and I enjoyed the initial segment when it came to LA Knight. He says he wants to talk to the fans, then says Money in the Bank has come and gone. He says the Money in the Bank ladder match didn't go as planned, but then says whether or not he holds the briefcase, it doesn't matter because he is making his embodiment of the Money in the Bank. He then throws it over a video of him pinning Logan Paul in a triple threat match in the Money in the Bank qualifier. He says everyone saw the man move into a Money in the Bank spot, as well as LA Knight then holds the piece of paper, then he holds the emerges from Nick offices. He reveals that the contract granted him a title shot for the United States Championship. More importantly, he says it will be at SummerSlam. He signs it, then he says that he is missing from the contract now is that he and others have both signed, and all it needs is Logan Paul's signature. He says that he would love to call Logan Paul in the ring to sign a contract, but he knows Paul isn't there. He then promises to get Paul to sign the contract one way or another. It'll be kind of interesting to see how things may initially unfold when it comes to that build of that match. But that promo was so great, you know LA Knight is going to be the new United States champion. He delivered some key points. He was serious, but he still catered to the fans, to being a big over with the fans. More importantly, it was a great promo segment. It was decent, kept me captivated, and I enjoyed everything about it. Then we have Blair Davenport taking on Naomi, which is the next following women's action match that wasn't listed on the card, but it became apparent through the show. The match started off really good when it came to a lot of back and forth. Things were great when it came to everything that happened. Blair Davenport finally is now getting her spotlight when it comes to SmackDown tonight. It was great seeing her in this, being involved in the storyline, but Naomi continues to keep the glow and the flow going so smoothly as being a true legend when it comes to the locker room of the Blue brand. More importantly, he wasn't bored with these ladies. These ladies really was mixing up very well, and things broke down very quickly towards the end when Naomi delivered a face bust to Davenport, who was looking to fly, but Davenport lands a kick on Naomi, followed up with a spine buster before, but the pair takes turns rolling each other, but Naomi kicks Davenport with a jumping knee, then centers crashing into the mat for the win for the 1-2-3. This was a decent overall match. It was a 3.4 out of 5 stars. It kept me interested. It was above average, but it was slow pace, but it was still chill to keep me invested to watch women's action tonight on SmackDown. Then we get over to A-Town Down Under that makes their way down to the ring, getting ready for their rematch for the Tag Team Championship. They go into a commercial break as they're making the entrance. Then we see a backstage of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. They congratulate Naomi on her win over Davenport. Davenport then comes in and tells her that the best person won. She offers her hand out to Naomi. Then Naomi shakes it. Then Davenport walks off, but blindsides Naomi from behind. And then that ended that initial segment, leading to a pinning feud between those two to continue to go back and forth. But one person you don't want to mess with, Naomi. She can get a little hot streak, and you don't want to see her when she's on her mean side. More importantly, Blair Davenport continues to keep that persona of attacking people from behind. She started off in NXT, and now she's bringing it to the main roster. But I'd like to see where she ends up being. She kind of like is in a shuffle. Hopefully she doesn't become a jobber with her tenure on the Smackdown brand. Then we get ready for the tag team action of A-Town Down Under and DIY. They're initially getting everything all underway, and this match was really good. A lot of back and forth for everything that you wanted. These boys put on a clinic with great transitional tag team moves, a lot of back and forths, great spots when it came to true deliverance and trademark moves. More importantly, it kept me invested when it came to tonight's action in the tag team division. A-Town Thunder was having chemistry loss when it came to things that was going on. But they were trying to figure things out, but Grayson Waller kept getting things into the distraction when it came to no other than Austin Theory. Things broke down when it came to they were the man in the middle. Ciampa kicked out, and then Waller looks to land a jumping knee on him. But Ciampa moves out the way, and then Waller accidentally hits Theory, and Gargano tags in, and then DI delivers the Shatter Machine to Waller. Then they follow up with the meet in the middle, and win victorious to retain their respective WWE Tag Team Championship. It's where things really get intriguing after the match, where Theory is talking to Grayson Waller. They're upset, and Grayson Waller's face was about to clock him, but Jacob Fatu appears and bomb rushes Austin Theory. Grayson Waller runs away. Jacob Fatu then rolls directly to the ring, takes out DIY single-handedly. He dismantled him. He hit that Samoan spike. Not the Samoan spike, but more so he hit his notable trademark moves, including that beautiful moonsault. More importantly, he was looking like a true monster when it came to his presence, and I enjoyed everything he did. He had no ill will, but he was serious. He like a true superstar, and it was great seeing what Jacob Fatu was truly all about when it came to what he did to DIY and Austin Theory. Then we hear from the Bloodline, who makes their way out. They demand that Rochester acknowledges him when it comes to Solo Sikoa. He then says everyone who refused to acknowledge him, including Jimmy Uso and Paul Heyman, are gone. He makes his promise that Roman Reigns will acknowledge him when he returns. More importantly, he says Cody Rhodes will acknowledge him before SummerSlam. He calls Cody Rhodes down. Rhodes makes his way out. The storyline continues to get very interesting, more as they continue to progress with the Bloodline. But I'm enjoying everything that has been unfolding when it comes to everything. This new Bloodline has been on a rampage 100%. They have been doing their thing. They have been poised. They're more dangerous. They're more calculated when it comes to what they're doing each and every single week. They have been dominating superstars and showing their presence that they are here. But Solo Sikoa needs to step it up with getting more wins in order for me to be impressed me and have me invested to what he's doing on the Blue brand. More importantly, he's going to have his hands full when Roman Reigns return to SummerSlam. So he's looking to capture that WWE Championship, but he's going to have his hands tied when it comes to Roman Reigns. Then we get back to everything that broke down. Rhodes initially comes down. He heard everything that Solo Sikoa said. He tells him that they want the same thing, a match at SummerSlam for the undisputed WWE Championship. He tells Sikoa that he needs to talk to Nick Aldis, but he's in his office. He tells Sikoa that if they were up to him, he wouldn't wait until SummerSlam, but he says he'll do it here and now. The Bloodline surrounds Rhodes, and they initially get ready to attack him and put the beat down to him. Fatu ends up super kicking him, and he connects with a clothesline. But Randy's music hits, and he takes down Loa and Tonga, and he sends Fatu out to the ring to join them. Then he delivers a hanging DDT on Sikoa, and he helps Rhodes up. Fatu levels Randy Orton, and Tonga and Loa and them join. Orton fires right hands at both of the Gorillas of Destiny. Fatu lands a top suicida to take him down. Sikoa and Fatu put the beat down on Rhodes in the ring, entangle him into the top ropes on the outside. Fatu fires a shoulder on Rhodes' midsection, pretty much just continue just driving shoulder thrusts. Then he delivers a headbutt to take down Randy Orton. Then Fatu lands a super kick on Randy Orton and delivers a second one on him as the Tonga brothers ended up holding him down. Then the Bloodline and lands a triple powerbomb on Randy Orton through the announcer's table before Solo Sikoa delivers a small spike to Cody Rhodes. The Bloodline holds the one symbol up to officially check on Orton, but then the show goes off the air as the Bloodline continue to be dominant throughout the whole course of the show. The Bloodline did a great job when it came to the showcase. Jacob Fatu continued to be that true beast, and he took down Randy Orton. More importantly, they're more calculated, they're more serious, and I'm enjoying how the Bloodline storyline continues to be elevated, but it keeps me invested each and every single week. But I'd like to know from you guys' point of view how you feel about this whole entire show, how you feel about the Bloodline storyline, as well as all the matches that went on tonight in Rochester, Massachusetts. But importantly, I appreciate you guys coming through the show. You love support. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell